Morning. Mary here with High Song Grows, bringing you Farmer Friday. Just a little bit of what happened around here this week. We're working on weaning Spots from his mom and getting him and Tino over in with Bashful. I gotta go work on that pin some today. We got some new babies, but they aren't staying. A friend of mine hatched some ducks, and only one baby hatched, so he asked if I would take it and get it off to a good start, because he's fixing to go out of town and he didn't think it'd do very good all by itself. So I did, but it was my chicks were too big and too old for a new hatched duckling, and they were real mean to it, so I went and got him some friends. But they're all going to go away pretty soon as my friend is ready to take them back. And then, just regular old stuff, a little bit of garden stuff. Got some more tomatoes planted. There's more things to do out there. But first, I need some more coffee. I'll set up at the Superior Farmers Market with goat milk lotion, goat milk soap, and shampoo bars, and a face scrubs. And we have some eggs this morning. Come on down. Today we are inside the Superior Chamber of Commerce building on Main Street. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so cute. No, I have not taken up ducks again. A friend had just this single little baby hatch, and it needed company, so it's going to come live with these chicks for a little bit. I told them I'd get them started and get them off to a good start, and then they can have it back. Yes, you're all right. Yeah. Okie dokie. I'm going to shut the door before you jump out. Morning. It's Sunday. And I have no clean jars to put this morning's milk in, and even if I did, there is no room in the refrigerator to put the milk. So I am going to make a batch of cheese and get these jars washed up so I can put this morning's milk in them. And I will probably message my friends that make cheese. They used to have dairy goats and had to give them up for health issues, and but they still like making cheese and having milk, so I will probably send some of this milk their way. Otherwise, some of it's going to get too old and have to go to the chickens, and the chickens already get all the cheese whey, and yeah, they can only drink so much. So we got to get this done, then we got to get busy outside before it gets too hot. All right, guys, look at this. From just over 3.5 gallons of milk, I have a very full pint of cream. And there is still cream in the milk. But most of that milk was from the 24th and the 28th of May. And today is the 1st of June. And so, like, the longer it sits there, the more the cream separates out. So that's cool. I see ice cream in my future soon. Alrighty. So I think Bambi still has this issue with her teat clogging up, and I'm pretty sure it's what they call milk stone. It's just like the calcium is in the milk is clumping together and making these little lumps. And I'm thinking there's not a whole lot of information online about it. I don't think it's been studied a whole bunch. I think that it's possibly a nutrition issue. The one thing I did find was that it could be an imbalance between phosphorus and calcium in the diet. which is similar to the issues we have with urinary calculi, which is a similar thing, but in the bladder and urinary tract. So we're gonna see if we can get this mineral buffet fixed up so these little hooligans cannot trash it. As you can see, the mineral cups are all full of trash and dirt and poop and everything else from them jumping and climbing on here. So I have this piece of concrete reinforcing wire, and these are about 6-inch squares. I am not positive Bambi will put her face through here to get to the minerals. I think she might if I can get it smashed in just right, and hopefully it will also keep these guys from climbing around on it. They are, however, climbing up and sticking their feet in the mineral cups again. Anyway. Ugh. Okay, get out of my screws. I can see y'all can get your heads in there. I just need to know if your mama can. But we're going to set this up and try it out. Let's see what we can do here. Y'all are not helping. No, you are not helping. You are not helping at all. And you're in my way. Cinnamon, get out of the way. Honey, what are you doing? Don't eat it. Don't eat it. I might need to go get a clamp. Yeah, I think I need to get a clamp. Help me bend this wire up some. Leave you alone for 5 minutes. Honey, what are you doing? Lordy, I just went to go get some clamps. Give me this. Thank you. Oh, y'all are not at all helpful. No. No, you're not. Alrighty, it's wedged up there pretty good. I have another piece about that long for this other part. And we'll see what happens. Oh, y'all are a train wreck. Alrighty, it's taken me a while having all these hooligans climbing and jumping on me and trying to eat my screws. This piece was a little more bent, and it didn't have a place for the cut ends to go into like the other piece, so I flattened it out, and I just put that strip of metal up there just to help keep it in place and keep it from flopping around. And now I'm going to clean out all these cups and refresh these minerals. Okay, so this is working to keep the kids from playing in it. And they can stick their heads completely in there. But I just watched Pintle Bean. She came over and she can't quite get her little fat head in the squares. So I'm gonna have to go look for my bolt cutters or something and cut this top wire off, because then she could turn her head sideways a little bit to get her head in there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I did finally find my bolt cutters, and I can't get super close there, and it does leave a little sharp point, so I am wrapping some Gorilla Tape around that for right now, because I do not have a grinder or anything that I could like take that down flush with. So hopefully this will work for the time being. And hopefully the kids won't decide that that bigger hole is a good way to get in there and play in the mineral feeders. Alright, next job is we're going to work with this shade cloth, get it stretched out better, find another piece to cover this open space. Okay, this has taken me hours between this and the mineral feeder. I'm beat, I'm starving. I still don't know what I'm going to do about that big gap. Figure it out. Yes, I did a thing. Oh, but they are staying long term. The little yellow duck is the one that my friend hatched, and it was the only one that hatched. And so I tried to put it up here with the olive egger chicks, but they're a little too big and a little too old, and the poor little baby duck was trying to snuggle under them like it would a mama, and they got really mean with it and were chasing it around, pecking at it. So just so happens the farm store still had some ducks last night, so I went and got him some company. This part of the tree lost its leaves, but I think those buds are still fresh and green. Some of the other leaves managed to stay on. That little fig tree there is doing okay. I was only able to run water for a little while last night, so I am running more water today, trying to get this garden really soaked down. You can see a big part of the oregano patch is dead. More oregano down there. That's oregano over there by the wall. That desperately needs a drink of water. Pomegranate tree's doing okay, but it does need watered and probably some mulch. But yeah. Oh, just trying to keep up around here and keep everything alive is a big chore. And now, whatever it is after the tomatoes. Morning. It's Monday. The chores are done, the dishes are washed, the cheese is draining, and I'm unloading the car because I never did it after farmer's market Saturday. And then I've got to sort out and straighten things up because this coming Saturday is the first day of my summer market, the Globe Miami Farmers Market, and I need to get things sorted out and cleaned up. So we did have a little bit of rain overnight, and it's been misty and drizzly a little bit this morning, but certainly not enough to actually really wet the ground down. Any place like under the car, under the shade canopy in the back, the ground is still bone dry. So, but I'll take whatever we can get. Okay, I got 2 more boxes to haul in the house. Nothing like getting sidetracked with the plants and the baby goats and the stuff in the house and forgetting to clean up the haystack because we're going to have hay delivery probably tomorrow. So we had a little rain, so some of this is wet and it's got to get out of here so it doesn't get moldy and doesn't get the new hay moldy. Mostly today I just really need to get this bale of straw moved over and the bale of hay that I have left before I cut the hay open. You'll see there we got too much sun glare. I don't know, I can't even see my screen, so we'll see what that looks like after I'm done. But me moving bales of hay, it's not easy because I'm short and my legs are short and my arms are short, and it's hard to pick them up and put them anywhere because they're heavy. The boys that bring them are great big old tall fellas. Are you stuck on something? Lordy. Okay. Usually I don't have a bale of straw, but let's see what I can do here. I think I had a hay string stuck on a board or something. All right, stay together. Oh, we're going to wrestle the straw at the same time. Okay. All right. And now I can go ahead and cut that bale and feed everybody. And then first thing in the morning, I'll come out and after I do chores and clean up the rest of this mess. Hello, king snake. Yeah. I see you hiding under the wall. Yep. You're a pretty good sized fella. Yeah. Are you coming out? You gonna come back out this way? I want to say you're probably at least 2.5, maybe 3 feet. If you were all the way out and stretched out long, huh? Yeah. All right, it's Monday evening. Milking is all done. I just gotta go put the milk away. And I did pot up some lemongrass seedlings there, and the few squash plants that made it. Apparently I had a mouse and didn't realize it. There's a few zinnias out here, some basil. I don't know what is eating the basil. I do know that these pots are full of bees all the time. And then that is bee balm. No, I take that back. That's not bee balm, that's pennyroyal, which is a mint. It smells really delicious. However, pregnant women should not eat You can look it up. Good morning, ducks. Oh, is you out of water? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, you gotta have some water? Okay. We'll get you some water. Yeah. Yes, you're so cute. Yes, you are. You're so cute. What you doing, duckies? Hi, ducks. Hi, ducks. Yeah. Hi, babies. Oh, hello. Whoops. Yes, you're messy. You are. You are messy. Come on. Everybody was so thirsty. Okay. Good morning. It is Tuesday, trash day. Got the trash out, washed the dishes, did the chores. I need to go check water buckets because I think these girls need watered. And then I gotta clean up the haystack so we can get hay today. So I still need to do a bunch of cleaning up and stuff around in here. I know there is a squirrel under my house. So I did pull the squirrelinator out, and I will be setting that up later, but I don't think it'll come out while I'm out here working. The tomatoes that I planted last week are looking really good. I did get some compost put in the other pots, so I think that's what we'll do this morning. We'll go get some fertilizer to add into those and plant some more tomatoes. Alrighty. So I ended up with 2 Heatmaster tomatoes, and these are not the original hybrid, but these are seedlings of the original hybrid. And like this one already has a couple of fruit sets, and it's just in a 1-gallon pot. So we're going to get it in this 5-gallon bucket, and we'll see how these guys do. It was a long time ago when I grew them, and I don't remember now. I'm thinking maybe they have tough skins. I don't remember. We'll have to see, and then we'll save more seeds and do more selecting. And these buckets are pretty full, so I have not been adding compost first. I've been digging my hole and sometimes having to take some soil out to get the hole big enough for these 1-gallon pots to fit in here. And then I'm putting compost back on the top and around them. I understand these Heatmasters will be big and bushy. We'll see how these guys look compared to some of the ones that are the direct hybrid. But I'm excited because we already have little baby tomatoes. Yay. Okay, there's your label. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buckets left I can put things in. I have some early girls. They're fairly small, so they can go in these buckets. And we'll see what else is over there. Okay, so there's 2 Heatmasters on the end, and then there's 3 early girls, and then there's some large red cherries, and then this pot has some volunteers in it. And since there were early girls over here last year, I'm thinking that these are early girl seedlings. I do think early girl is a hybrid, so this will be like a 2nd generation. So I might prick a few out and plant them somewhere else and see what happens, and leave one to grow in the bucket. And then these other ones are large red cherries. Our brassicas have sort of recovered from being chewed on and beaten up, but I don't have real big hopes for them at this point, but we'll let them go and see what happens. I don't know. Weather forecast claims we only have a 3% chance of rain today. But those clouds are kind of dark and the breeze is pretty cool. I mean, it's Arizona. It could get really dark and black and thunder and lightning and smell like rain and not get a drop. But who knows? Alrighty, I'm back up here behind my big chicken house, and you can see right there something chewed a hole in the plastic, and there's a crack in the board. There's another hole further down the wall, down that way. So now I did put some hardware cloth along the bottom, but it looks like I've got a gap that things are probably going in and out. Yep, right there. So I need to get some boards over that and work on boarding up the rest of this wall. It's just pallet wood. I put it up vertically, and now I'm coming back across horizontally because pallet wood is free for me, so, and easy to come by. So here we go. Alrighty. It's getting warm and it's lunchtime. So no, it is not straight, level, plumb, square, or any of those good carpenter things. The chickens will not care. It is a chicken house. All the chickens gonna care about is that nothing can bust in and eat them. Now, will a coyote get in here? I seriously doubt it. They didn't go through the wood before they just dug under. Could a bear or a lion? Yes, very easily. This is just old trashy pallet wood. I'm sure that a bear or a lion could take it out. However, I've not yet seen a bear here, and I haven't seen a lion since about 1970, though there were lion tracks during the big fire that we had a few years ago, but other than that, I don't usually see lions in my canyon, though that's not to say that they aren't here. They could be here and I just haven't seen them or tracks of them. Anywho's, this is as much as I'm probably going to get done on here today. I did get those bigger gaps closed up, covered over. I don't know what I'm going to do with this place in the future. Different things have run through my head. Like maybe just finish the boards and then run a layer of stucco over it. Or run some tin over it. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we have time to figure it out. Listen. What? Who's screaming? Who's screaming in there? Yeah? Who was that? Who is screaming like that? Was that you, honey? Huh? You're such a screamer. Oh my goodness. Well, hang on. I'll get you some snacks. Oh, everybody. I do put feed in two places, but they mostly want to be up there on the milk stand eating out of that feeder. Esmeralda, don't break the gate. Jealous. Alrighty. I didn't think to film it, but all the little hooligans have had some practice tying up to the fence and getting their hoofs trimmed. And today we're going to do something really different. Yes, we are, Mr. Spots. Today, Mr. Spots and Tino are going to go hang out with Bashful for a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. In the past, Bashful has been excellent with the little boys and weathers and stuff that I've put in with him. So I don't expect him to be too fussy with these boys, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, is it scary out here, huh? No, you haven't been outside very much, have you? It's okay. Boy. What you think, Bashful? Will you like having a little company? Huh? You be nice. It's okay, Spots. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right, buddy. Yeah, I know he's kind of big. That's your grandpa. Just your grandsire. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, and now the Bucky things are going to start. I don't think YouTube would like it if I showed that. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to go get Tino. Oh, Oh, I'm not sure if he can get out the holes in the fence, huh? I don't know. We will have to see. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, bud. I'm really hoping that these boys are big enough they can't slide out the holes in the cattle panel. Yeah, you're fine. Mr. Bashful is a very sweet boy. Yes. And you'll be just fine over here. That's a good boy, Bashful. I'm really glad that there's two boys the same size, age, to help keep each other company. Bashful is a good boy. He's usually real sweet with the little guys. He might sniff them and push them a little bit, but he's not mean like the girls are. Like, oh my gosh, Esmeralda was trying to bite butts when I had him tied to the fence to trim hooves. So we don't have that issue over here. You're a good boy, Bashful. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Yeah. Okay. It's almost eerie. It's very quiet out here. I went in the house a few minutes to have a bite to eat before I started doing chores. And it's really quiet. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. How you doing, boys? Are they behaving, Bashful? Huh? Are they being Are they being good boys? It's a lot quieter and calmer over here in the girls' pen without the boys being in here. Bean doesn't seem super concerned. The Spots has been over with Bashful for probably like 2 or 3 hours now. And I see her leaking on the side he nurses from, so that'll work. Will you quit trying to break the fence, girl? I actually think that might be Tino yelling the most over there. Because he's Bashful. I can't really see the boys. They're at the gate. But Bane doesn't seem real super concerned. I am going to bring the boys back over this evening for the night, just because I'm not sure if Bean's going to leak on that other side. So if I start separating her overnight or all day, I will probably put some new stock on that side to make sure that she doesn't leak.
Yeah? You got something to say? What are you saying? Huh? What are you saying? Oh, you're telling me you don't have any water? Oh my goodness. Again. Okay.
Alrighty. This is the second afternoon I've brought Tino and Spots over to hang out with Bashful. And that seems to be working out okay. They weren't thrilled at first, but they seem all right now. Hi, Tino. Yep. Mr. Bashful is a whole lot nicer than Bambi, especially when it comes to feed. Alrighty, it's Thursday afternoon, and we'll let the kids in to have their little afternoon snack. And I want to start by spraying some water, and it looks like poor Digger dog over there is really hot, and we're gonna change out his water. Hi, Chino. Let's see if we can cool everybody off a little bit. Blowing his coat, and he has huge clumps of hair just falling off of him. So I went and got the little rake, and we're getting some of it off of him because it is hot. It's like 90, 95 today. You can see it's just falling off in clumps. Perfectly normal for a spring shed for a double-coated dog. This is all the hair he grew last winter to stay warm, and now he doesn't need it because it's getting hot. This is also why we don't shave double-coated dogs, because it messes up like their outer coat. They won't shed that as often as they shed the undercoat, and if you shave it off, they lose the protection of it, because that outer coat is part of what helps protect them from the sun and rain and stuff. Are you done? You want to brush some more? Hey, where'd you go? Yeah, come here. Come here, let's do a little bit more while I have the time. While I have a few minutes, we'll get some more off of you. Yeah. Yeah. I know you need a little bit more shade over here too. Look at all that hair just falling off. Just falling off. Yes, you're a big moose. A big hairy beast. Just a big hairy beast. Ugh, I got hairs in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, did that snag a little bit? Okay. Well, that's probably good for right this minute, okay? You can go back in your cool hole and take a nap. I got about half a grocery sack full. And that doesn't count all the stuff that blew away. So there will be more. So the kids had eaten all their snack, and I gave them a little bit more, but part of the difference between bottle babies and dam raised, the 3 bottle babies were swarming me, trying to climb in the feed can, and Spots was waiting patiently on the stand because he knew that's where I was going to put that feed. So he was just standing there waiting for me to put the feeder down there for him. And everybody else was pushing and shoving around me at the grain barrel. So I walked the little boys over here to hang out with Bashful for the afternoon. But you can hear I think it's their mom or their or Spots' grandma that is yelling. And then I think it's Honey that is yelling a lot over here. That deeper meh is Pinto Bean. And that little yell is either Honey or Cinnamon. That's Honey. What are you yelling for? Huh? What are you yelling about? Y'all ready to go in with the big girls? Yeah. Alrighty. I have checked these eggs. These are the last set in the incubator. There was 1 egg I had left in this one that it looked a little funny when I candled last time, but I left it in, and yeah, it's definitely not developed properly, so something happened and that embryo died. So These are 3 of my true breeding olive acres. And then these are the same male, my true breeding olive acre male, over cream leg bars. So that should be an interesting cross. As you can see, the leg bars lay bigger eggs. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that the next generation will have bigger olive eggs. Since they're due to hatch like in about 3 days, I'm gonna set them up and put them in my hatching tray. Since they have no other eggs in the incubator, I don't have to worry about the shelves turning and getting in the way of containers or anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a paper towel, I'm gonna fold it to fit the bottom of the container, and that's just because it will help keep the chicks from slipping around in there when they hatch. If it's slick plastic, they kind of slip around. And this way too, I can just toss the paper towel to the compost and not worry about it, and then just wash my containers all out. This means that at some point in the near future, I can wash up and put away all the incubation stuff. And we just got to finish getting chicks out of the house. So I'm just gonna set these eggs gently down into the container on their sides, and I will put the lids on the containers because we don't want anybody jumping from one to the other, because that's the whole purpose of using the containers. And these are just plastic containers that I drilled holes in the sides for air. But this is how I keep the chicks from different breedings separated. If I was just hatching a whole big bunch of chicks and I didn't care where they came from, or I didn't want to track their parentage, or if they all came from the same pen or breeding or whatever, then I could just lay them down in the bottom of the hatching tray and not worry about it. But this way I can keep everybody separated. And I'm not putting the lids down super tight, just like they're still cracked, but just enough so they can't just pop them loose. And so we'll check on them next, probably around Sunday, Monday. Fingers crossed. Good morning. It's Friday. It's been a week, but just a lot of little things going on, like getting the ducklings, and they are starting to get really messy and wet, and so we got to work on getting them out of the house, as well as the other bigger chicks. And let's see, the yogurt's in the Instapot working, and I just finished packing up a batch of cheese that I made yesterday, some more Chev, put it in the freezer. Now I gotta wash up the pots and things and then get busy outside. Morning, Bashful. Alright, so this has been in the game plan for a while. This is the pen next to where Bashful is. And I've used it for a number of things. Some does had kids in here, and later I put Bentley in here, and then he tore up the fence really bad there. And so the game plan has been, once I got it emptied again, that I would clean it up and fix it up. And we're just gonna take this bent up piece of fence down and let Bashful have this whole space. So that's what I'm working on this morning. Okay, that's our Nankin cherry hedgerow. And I never got back over here while they were good to pick the rest of the cherries, and the birds got most of them, so that's okay. So what I'm doing now is, because you can see they have encroached quite a bit on my walk space there, I am cutting them way back, especially on this side. I'll thin the other side out a little bit, but this side will get a really hard haircut so that I have walking space, and so I can kind of see under the bushes a little bit. Since we've already had one rattlesnake, I don't need any more. And I don't need them hiding under the bushes where they might strike my leg without me seeing them. If they were anything else, I would probably feed it to the trimmings to the goats, but there are some kinds of cherries that are toxic to livestock at certain stages. And I think that's just the black cherry, and I think it's just if the leaves are wilted, but I don't want to risk it, so these are going to go for erosion control. It's up here on this slope. You can see I've already dumped some up there next to the fence. I'm going to dump some more, and then as I'm mucking out that goat pen, I'm going to dump some manure and stuff on top of it, and the little branches will help hold it if we have a hard rain. And hopefully we'll get some of the water slowed down that comes and runs off this hill right here when it rains really hard. As you can see, I whacked them pretty good, and you can see there's some garbage to pick up. I think that is the roll-up side off this hoop house that Digger killed last year. Yeah, he just busted it right up, and it's just been laying there because they didn't have time to deal with it at the time, and then I forgot about it and it got covered up. So I'll probably come through here and do a little more pruning and thinning. I do want these as a windbreak off this coop, and so I don't want to thin them out too much, but there's probably some more material that can come out of there and be just fine. And the reason I'm pruning them hard right now, they've finished fruiting, and they have not started making fruit buds yet, flower buds for next year yet. And what will happen is every place I cut is going to put out more branches, and that's where it's going to make some flower buds towards the end of summer. So we'll have just as much, if not more, cherries next year. And then this fall I can come in and thin it out a little bit and take some cuttings and propagate a bunch more for other places. Not too bad. Got some of that one knocked out. But it's getting really hot. It's like not even 9:30 and it's already over 80. And the sun is brutal. And another dead bird. I'll have to look up her band number. I think she's pretty old because I don't think I've had white bands in a while. So I have brought out some buckets of cheese whey with a few food scraps mixed in them for all the chicken pens. So these girls are going after it. They love this stuff. And the calcium and protein helps them make good eggs. Alrighty. I try every afternoon while they eat their little snack to come hang out with the babies. It's really warm today. The car said it was 96 when I came home from doing errands about 12:30. Yeah. Hi, Tino. Oh, you got something to say? Huh? What are you saying? No, you can't eat the phone. You can't eat the phone. Yeah. Bambi, knock it off. You're wrecking the gate. She's mad because these little girls are out here getting snacks and having a drink of water. And she thinks that it's all hers. And she should have everything. You need to knock it off. It's not your turn. Bambi, it is not your turn for snacks. Yours are later. What are you boys doing? Hmm? Now the roughhousing begins. No, Tino, you can't eat the phone. Honey, what are you doing? You already had snacks. Yep, that was it. Spots, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Alrighty. Whew. It is Friday evening. It is been very hot today. It was like about 96, I think, when I was out earlier. And boy, just ugh. I'm not even sure what did I do today. I did work on making come on, sister, I don't know what your issue is. I did work on making and cleaning the pen next to Bashful so I can try and get him some more space, because I'm going to move the little boys in with him. They are over there visiting now. I'll bring them back so Spots can nurse after I'm done milking. And we'll probably do that again tomorrow, except I think tomorrow night I'm going to leave them with Bashful overnight and just let them come back Sunday morning after I milk for Spots to nurse, because I'm just trying to go slow with him and Penelope, because she had so many issues with the mastitis and leaking and everything, and yeah, and I don't want her to get all freaked out. But she's been taking it quite well. I mean, she's not really yelling a whole lot for him, and the yelling you hear, I don't think is Spots. I think that's Tino. So I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Tino. He hears my voice. I did get a little bit of garden stuff done. I have some little basil plants started, and I put some of them in the big tubs with the tomatoes. I don't think I took a picture of that, but, and then, there's more stuff to do over there, and I did lose, the cucumber and pumpkin plants I had planted over there. Something ate them completely to the ground, so that's either a squirrel or a pack rat. There was nothing left, and I don't know what's chewing on a couple of tomato plants. It looks, usually a rabbit or a squirrel will take a whole branch and it's like a clean snip, like you cut it with your pruners. But these are kind of raggedy, so I'm wondering if they were birds. I don't know. Kind of weird. So I'll have to think about what else we did today. We did errands. We did dishes. Probably about it.